actually blowing my mind. This episode is amazing. Like, what? This episode is actually really, really good. This is by far the best episode the anime's ever had. Like, I love it, man. Shiza used to be a bear. Like, you're shut up, grandpa. Shiza used to be this, like, tomboy delinquent girl. It's awesome. Why did I mention her earlier? Oh my god, I love it. Shiza used to be a badass. Okay, so grandma used to be famous. What? Like, why is that never for this? That grandma used to be like a famous movie star. Oh, and grandma used to be badass too? Of course she is! She's just like Shiza, right? Grandma used to be this like tomboy warrior lady. Grandma was very, very famous. And she was famous for being a violent woman. This should have been like episode 2 or something! So grandpa gets isekai. Like, this is actually an emotional scene that I care about in Rent a Girlfriend. You know, I always troll this anime and I'm salty over how bad it is, right, for every year. But this is like the best scenes anime's ever had. Like, genuinely the best scenes I've ever had. This is like a 10 out of 10 episode in Rent a Girlfriend. It's crazy how good this episode is. His plan is a Kickstarter campaign, basically, or crowdfunding, whatever. It actually, I think, in his, you know, for his IQ, it actually isn't that too bad of an idea, right? That's right. 100 times so you can pray for grandpa to survive his raccoon. This scene was great. This is the best scene I've ever seen in this anime. Like, holy shit, man. Like, seriously, what a good scene this was. And just generally speaking, right, seeing she's as a kid with grandpa, you know, and then figure out her grandma was like, her grandma was like this badass, you know, like super aggressive, like, oh, you ass! Yeah. No, but come on, this is so weird too, right? Because grandma has been sick so for a long time, right? And, you know, it's been generally sad, right? You know, grandma is dying from cancer or something similar, right? We can all relate to that. But at the same time, they never really, like, characterize grandma or that much characterize why she or how they interact, kind of, right? You know, her and grandma and so on. We knew that grandma raised her, all right? But we didn't really know that. So yeah, this flashback should have been, I think, earlier, right? We're gonna get the feeling what grandma actually is. She's like a badass. We see grandpa. We know how she lost her husband right now and so on. Honestly, it feels like there's a lot of session here that would have made the whole anime better, right? If I've had this information about grandma and her and so on, like when grandma got sicker, right? You know, then this flashback maybe should have been played. I don't know. It feels kind of weird. I think the fact is a little too late here. Let's watch the final episode. This is the final. So this is the first anime to end. I mean, of summer season, right? I think so. But yeah, Rent a Girlfriend. Final episode, guys. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, so we're back at grandma's hospital place, right? Yeah. Grandma's hospital. Could they recognize her granddaughter? Or maybe she joked at him. It's like a special opening, maybe? They're doing the opening now, at least during the... Well, they're doing the opening during the talk here. The best part of the episode. The best part of the episode! They're skipping over the best part of the episode, the opening! That's what I want to see the most in the episode, but anyway. Yeah, Shiza is, you know, working on another player, of course. Yeah. I'm missing the best part of the whole episode. I'm so terrible. I got a terrible episode. What can't you? I would imagine she's basically rich by now. She's been a rent girlfriend for so long now. I wish she should be. I imagine she'd be rich by now. Hasn't she's a millionaire? She's been selling that shit for a long time now. Isn't she rich anymore? Yes, luck. But it is true that luck, as I said in the interview, luck is very important. It is. It is. Almost no one becomes rich and famous. She still is like, I love my job! It pays me well! The hourly pay is good! It's just so cool to do all this, guys! Yay! It's a great occupation! It's like... But yeah, maybe grandma's gonna die. It'll be a final episode, I guess. Yeah, the grandma might die now, or terminal cancer or something like that. But her role is, of course, to grandma can see her stuff before grandma dies, right? It's kind of a dream, right? Yeah. The dream is to kind of, you know, become famous before grandma dies, basically. Kinda. And what she find now? A weirdo in her... No, she finds an... I wonder how much Sora has to play herself here. Yeah, Amaya Sora. She's like, I have struggled to become an actress. I could do my singing voice and so on. Yeah, I wonder how relatable it is for a voice actress. And also, she's a singer too, but yeah, she also performs, of course, different songs, right? So I wonder how similar it is to her own life. Maybe I could rent her, yeah. A guy can... And then she has the wedding ring. No, she got the ring from... Kazuya's grandma. Yeah. And it's sad now for once in this anime. Yeah, the actual sad. Like she goes to grandpa's shrine here. Yeah. Goes to grandpa's. Now it's like she's like, I beat up some boys, grandpa. Yeah, I wanna see this. This is like. She shot a kid, right? She's a violent girl, right? Because she's a tomboy Yankee! Come on, Grandpa! I punched him! Yeah. Of course she's some brutish tomboy. I kicked her ass, Grandpa! Yeah. Yeah. She's raised by her grandparents. She's this like angry little Yankee girl. I love it. This is the real Shishan, an aggressive little Yankee girl. It's like, oh, I hate school. Yeah, come on. She loves Romance of the Kingdoms, right? Yeah, she loves the Three of the Kingdoms. Great video games. From Koei Tecmo, yeah. I love this thing. It's like little angry Shishan. She likes the Three Romance Kingdoms. She likes history. She likes this story. Oh my god. Grab my watermelons. Oh my god. Grandpa is trying to give her some ethics. You should pray to the gods and be nice to people. And I love this. That she's like, as for idiots. This is the best part. My god. Wherever they hide in this like little shitty Shishan, just angry and hates her grandparents. Yeah, the little you know, criminal Shishan was way better. Yeah, beats up people on the street. He's a douchebag people. Yeah, come on. I want this douchey Shishan. But also, she's living her grandma's dream, okay, to be an actress. There we go. She's gonna start being a douchebag. Oh, his grandma when she was young. Now she? Oh yeah, she finds grandma's old movie. What did grandma did? Adult stuff. That was interesting. Oh my god. And grandma is so powerful, of course. She's all angry, yeah. Oh, Bashan! I love it. Grandma used to play this aggressive woman, of course, yeah. Of course, grandma used to be this aggressive, star actress. What? Grandma was like, yeah, I love it. Grandma was like a badass, aggressive tomboy actress too. What is this family line? Here we go. Suddenly we learn the truth here. Grandma also used to be a badass. What? Yeah, I guess mom also probably wants to be like her mom, right? And now she's like, whoa, I want to be an actress too, like my badass grandma. She's very pragmatic, hitchy, something like dream something you create yourself. You're gonna become them, yeah. You can't just become, yeah. She's very pragmatic, right, in a way. But I guess Grandpa's gonna die here soon. I mean, Grandpa is dead, right? So we're gonna have Grandpa dying, unfortunately, I guess, soon in this episode, right? And then Grandma as well, probably, right? Like Grandma? Yes, like Grandma. I wanna be like Grandma. Shishan, yeah. And immediately Grandma's like, it's a shit job. Okay, Grandpa's happy though. She has finally has a dream. Because he was afraid that she was just he was a delinquent. Yeah, she used to be these annoying delinquents, and Grandpa's like, yes, do it! Yes! I love the Grandpa immediately like, yes, do a proper job! Don't be a criminal, son. Poor Grandpa, he's just happy that she does something that's not illegal. Yeah, he's like, yes! Wakata! Yeah, he's so proud and happy that she has finally has a realistic, but it's a, you know, a dream that is like a normal job and so on. When he saw her work as a rent girlfriend, he's probably not happy in heaven, Grandpa, man, seeing his granddaughter doing this weird job, man. Yeah, of course. But for a final episode, it's a pretty good episode. Yeah, and suddenly it really created a new storyline about both Shishan and her grandma. Suddenly it's way more... I feel it should have been way early, honestly. This characterization is pretty interesting that, yeah, now she's like, grandma used to be like, you know, aggressive, very like, you know, the boss, yeah, like the boss actress, right? Yeah, and so on. And Shishan was a, you know, a delinquent tomboy and so on. Yeah, like it's what's happening. This characterization should have been way early, honestly. Then I would have cared more about the characters if I had this like episode 2 thing. Unfortunately, Grandpa will die soon, right? Before she gets famous, right? Of course. But now she's all kawaii here. Yeah. Now she looks like she does currently, basically, right? Yeah. Now she's all kawaii and so on. Was it an accident with Grandpa? Looks like it. Oh yeah, it's an accident. Grandpa's gonna die in a car accident. There we go, man. He's got isekai, man! Truck-kun! Truck-kun never rest, man. Man, Grandpa got isekai. God damn it, man. I thought it was a different age, you know. I thought Grandpa was gonna die from, you know, being old. He was still old, though, right? I thought Grandpa was gonna like be like Grandma. I thought he was gonna have a cast or something. I thought he was gonna have a slow terminal illness or something. But now he got hit by a truck-kun, man. So Grandpa gets isekai. Yeah, this was more sudden than I thought it was gonna be here. That, you know, I didn't think Grandpa was gonna get hit by a truck-kun. Well, we know he's gonna die though, so if it's not, we really... Again, this should be earlier, because we already know he's been dead for many episodes, so... It's also really surprised what's gonna happen, right, so... As soon as you saw him in the car, you knew he was gonna die, you know what I mean? So... Oh yeah, now she's gonna go and pray. She was a delinquent, she used to pray, right, yeah. Now she's gonna go and pray. This is a good scene now. This is like the best episode they ever had in this goddamn anime. Because now she's gonna run up here and be like, no, I gotta pray for Grandpa, right? Yeah, she's gonna be like, this is actually the most emotional episode ever done. Like, this is actually a good episode of The Girlfriend. An actually really good final episode. Like, this episode is actually really good, yeah. And she's running back to that shrine and, like, pray for Grandpa, so on. You know, like Grandpa told her she was a kid and she was a delinquent. Yeah, now she's gonna run up and down here with the stairs tomorrow, right? Like, wow, this is actually, like, the best episode Adam's ever had. Like, seriously, this is actually, by far, the best scene this anime has ever had. Like, this feels so weird that suddenly I kind of like this anime now. This is the last episode, and suddenly it's probably, like, 4 or 5 years before they ever do make more of it, if they ever make more of it. And suddenly, it's like, what? Suddenly, Shishan is actually way more relatable and good character. My god. This should be so earlier in the storyline to motivate her and her grandma. So on. Explain. It also characterizes grandma a lot more, right? It makes Shishan a lot more likable and realistic and so on, right? But also made grandma, you know, an interesting character too. That grandma was like a badass. So yeah, this should have been episode 2 or something. Holy shit, man. What? It feels so weird almost sitting here now. Honestly, it feels so weird. Sitting here being like, wow, this episode is actually by far the best episode. The whole episode has been great too, yeah, from the beginning to the end. They only skipped the opening, that was terrible. Yeah, I was ready to sit there and, you know, be salty and be like, oh, this sucks, you know, because anime usually is crap, right? But this episode was actually like, oh my god, see? And that was actually managed to be sad and so on. Like, this episode is by far the best this anime. I keep saying it, I think I'm breaking a record, but... Like, my god, this episode is like 10 times better that this episode doesn't deserve to be in this anime. What is happening? How is the final episode suddenly, like, actually really emotional? I actually care about the grandpa. Grandpa's a cool grandpa too. He was like cool grandpa too. Yeah, like, it's actually like... But come on, we know he's gonna die. There was a little bit cheesy as we already knew he died after years ago. So we better explain it last season. He's like, the dream! The dream! Right? The dream. Yeah, he's like, you gotta go your dream, honey. Grandpa believes in you. It was funny though. No, it's sad, but I mean, it was funny that Grandpa was like, he believes in the dream. Please don't become a delinquent girl. That was mostly his dream, man. But now, of course, Grandpa dies. But we knew he was gonna die for the whole episode, so it's not, yeah, it's sad, but we also knew he was already dead before we started, so. No shock there, I mean, no shock there, right? This is like so much better characterization for Shisan. That also means that the other girls can't win, right? Because she has like 10 times more story than Sumi-chan has. Yeah, I mean, it's not really a harem show because other girls can't compete, right? But yeah, that first half there, that was the best part of the anime I have. I keep saying it, but that was like emotional. It was funny. It was sad. That was like, I didn't think the anime could be good. I shouldn't laugh at it because it's also sad, but yeah, no, it was funny and sad. And of course, Sora is killing it always, man. My goddess. Oh, her voice is always the greatest voice ever. This episode is like unbelievably good compared to the rest of the series. Holy shit. Like, I am sitting here being like, what am I watching? It's like another anime. It's like I'm watching another anime. It's like I turned on another anime. Like an actual well-written anime, yeah. Of course, now the anime's gonna be crap though. Here comes the stupid boyfriend. Yeah, it's been so good up to this point. Now comes a stupid boyfriend and he's gonna ruin everything. The episode was so good. Here comes Kazuya to be like, hey girl, it's me, the dumb guy. But she is in love with him though, so I guess she would like to talk to him if she's not sad though. I mean, it makes sense that he would, that she wants to talk to him, right? She is in love though. Oh, she got it. And he's like, I got it, girl! I've been sitting there, it's crowdfunding. He's gonna use like Kickstarter or GoFundMe. He's gonna GoFundMe! He's like, just give her an OnlyFans page instead, man! Just open up a Shisan OnlyFans page. Instead he should be like, Shisan, we should do adult videos instead. We can make so much money selling your body online. You should just take it to the next step, man, and be like, come on, girl. You're so attractive, you could do like OnlyFans pages, like, girl, and I can take photos of your butt or whatever. I can help you, I'm your best boyfriend, right? Yeah, he's gonna make our own movie. It's a pretty cool romantic gesture for him here. I am the business admin guy. I will collect the money, we will make your own movie, yeah. She's like, we will make a movie for your grandma. It's actually a pretty romantic, men are stupid. Utoko, baka! My boyfriend is a moron, but that's why I love him. She's like, you're a complete moron. Yeah, it was adorable. I love it. I love that scene was good. She's like, men are stupid, but it is cute, yeah. Oh my god. But that's the power of Kazuya, though. He's so stupid, right? That no normal man would ever, come up with this idea, right? So, he's the only. Oh my god! Now the anime, he's immediately, of course, visualizing her naked. Yeah. So yeah, it was also a good episode until Kazuya appeared. It was the best episode until Kazuya came in there and was like, oh, she's probably in the shower. After that point, it was amazing. But sure, his actual idea isn't. I would say it's a good idea, but it's romantic in it. It's a movie, rom-com. For a rom-com, it obviously is a good idea, right? Your typical romantic comedy movie is a good idea. It's a big gesture that probably makes no sense in reality, but yeah. He's like, he's on the metal. He's like, well, you know, the chance of getting founded is this high. Sumi's idea, yeah. Crowdfunding! Poor Sumi. She's the one trying to sell the idea. Sumi's like, please Google this word. Here's the link. Yes, it's like, oh, Sumi-chan. She did her best to try to explain it to him, yeah. Oh my god. Doesn't really hurt to try though, honestly. I mean, it's crowdfunding, so it's not negative. You know, there's no real negative if it doesn't. I mean, it's sad if you don't get the money, but it's not like if it's on a crowdfunding page and people don't invest into it, right? They don't lose any money, they lose time, right? They don't lose any money, really. So it's not like... Okay, here we go. She's obviously gonna say yes to it, so season 5, baby. Then we get there. She will of course accept his crazy, stupid idea, because she's in love with him as well, right? Her dress is very nice, yeah, with the kind of rosette scarf there, yeah, very nice. Very beautiful clothing. She obviously says yes now. She's so stricken by his love attack. Come on, of course you can do it. You gotta believe, girl. You gotta believe in your super boyfriend. He has the power of idiotism. No, you gotta give up halfway, man. You just need the money, girl. I can do it. He's confident to believe himself. I mean, he's a complete moron, so of course he believes himself. Yeah, I mean, he's a complete insane person, so... But at least he should be like, if I do it, you have to marry me or something. He should be, give her like a real... If this anime wasn't so badly written, right, he should have told her here, if I do this thing for you, you gotta be my real girlfriend, right? I mean, seriously, he should really, like, put some love attack here as well. Not just because pushing her on her, but I mean... Confess to her that you actually like her for real, you know? Yeah, tell her that you want to be her actual boyfriend. This also would be a good moment to be like, if we make the movie, I wanna be... But yeah, I'm just gonna cry, of course, because it's like sad, stupid thing. But I mean, he should really tell her he likes her. It's a final episode, yeah. He should really be like, I love you. I wanna be your real boyfriend. Come on, it would be a good... I will do it, yeah. But actually, I don't think this is overly insane because, you know, from a romantic comedy, as I mentioned, tropey storyline, right? This is, I have seen rom-coms with way dumber storylines when they try to do something else, right? And that was especially ending, I guess. It's probably something after. But yeah, I mean, from an actual, like, rom-com standpoint, right? I mean, obviously, I've seen a lot of rom-coms during my lifetime, right? I've seen most anime rom-coms, but I mean, I've seen a lot of, you know, like, you know... She's all that, right? No other teen movies, so what was I seen? You know, American Pie, I guess, whatever. Porky's, yeah. I've seen, you know, 100 of these, like, the typical American rom-coms. And also some Swedish rom-coms, whatever. And honestly, this idea of, like, crowdfunding her theater playwright, so his girlfriend can play in a movie before grandma dies, all this stuff, doesn't actually seem that far-fetched compared to some things I've seen in rom-coms. So I don't actually think it's that bad, honestly. From a rom-com IQ standpoint, this actually isn't the worst I've seen. But, man, this episode was so good. But from a story aspect, though, what happened with Mami, right? Mami was, like, stalking his family, right? Mami was like, oh, I'm gonna figure out where his grandma lives or whatever, right? That just disappeared, yeah. Mami just... Best girl Mami was in, like, a few episodes. And then that didn't matter. Ruka kissed him. That didn't really matter. And as I said last week, of course, Sumi as a character doesn't matter whatever. I mean, Sumi is definitely kawaii and is the best girl. But yeah, she has no relevance to the actual storyline, as always. So that didn't matter. He's bringing, obviously, monster, I guess. Okay, this is after he promised her, I guess. Now they're like... Yeah, he's working on this site, I guess. He's working on the crowdfunding page, right? Yeah. He doesn't have time to drink anymore. He's working with his girlfriend. Yeah, he's ignoring Ruka. Ruka is dead to him now. Poor Ruka-chan. She's dead. because he's working on this, and I guess Sumi's doing something. Sumi's just adorable. She just does adorable stuff. Sumi's just out doing adorable stuff. Yeah, Sumi's just out fighting. But see, what happened with the Mami storyline? What happened with that whole, her internet stalking and like trying to kill him? What happened to her Yandere thing? She's like, oh, I'm gonna stab his mom or something. What happened with that storyline that you know, Mami was like, I'm gonna figure out where his mom lives and find his... What happened with that, right? Yeah. It's got another openings, I guess, when they meet there in the city. On this date here. But this last minute feels kind of pointless. Just him doing the campaign, I guess. It feels like they didn't have time to do anything more for the last 2 minutes. They were like, this is cute now. Sumi's cute and Mami's being a psychopath or whatever. I don't know, yeah. Sumi's a cute girl, Mami's a psychopath, Ruka's a lonely girl or something. And Ruka has no friends. I don't really know, it was weird the last minute. Okay, we gotta have Shishan in the... But we need to have Shishan in the bathtub though, naked. Okay, good! The last minute has to be her, like, in the bathtub, thinking about this promise with the movie. I was so stupid, man. Now it's anime, yeah. You gotta put her, like, crying in the bathtub. Very, very important, yeah, very important. I was wondering what Adam was watching, but then they put Shishan in the bathtub. Now I'm just like, okay. We've been there, done that. Oh yeah, let me see the massive oppies, good. Yeah, baka! She's a very etchy face there, okay. So we got a little hentai face on the Shishan here. Very good. Continue the wonderful diamond. It's like a Centuity going on there. But yeah, so even his promise wasn't that crazy, right? But seriously, this is like by far the best episode. Like seriously, this is seriously the best episode they ever did. It feels so weird, it's the final episode. I really wish it was earlier. It would have made Shishan's storyline so more interesting if I seen this scene place, right? 100 times, so she could pray for Grandpa to survive his raccoon. This scene was great. This is the best scene I've ever seen in this anime. Like, holy shit, man. Like, seriously, what a good scene this was. And just generally speaking, right, seeing Shisha as a kid with Grandpa, you know, and then figure out her grandma was like, her grandma was like this badass, you know, like super aggressive. It's like, oh, you ass! Yeah. No, but come on, this is so weird too, right? Because Grandma has been sick so for a long time, right? And, you know, it's been generally sad, right? You know, Grandma is dying from cancer or something similar, right? And we can all relate to that. But at the same time, they never really, like, characterized Grandma or that much characterize why she or how they interact, kind of, right? You know, her and Grandma and so on. We knew that Grandma raised her, all right? But we didn't really know that. So yeah, this flashback should have been, I think, earlier, right? We're gonna get the feeling what Grandma actually is. She's like a badass. We see Grandpa. We know how she lost her husband right now and so on. Yeah, honestly, it feels like there's a lot of session here that would have made the whole anime better, right? If I've had this information about Grandma and her and so on, like when Grandma got sicker, right? You know, then this flashback maybe should have been played. I don't know. It feels kind of weird. I think the flashback is a little too late here. Some aspect, yeah. But yeah, she's kind of like, yeah, the kid's ass, stupid boys. No, it's just like, I love it, man. It turned out that Shisha used to be a delinquent Yankee girl that was sitting in, you know, this weird, embarrassing. She even sits like a Yankee, right? You know, sits in that like tough girl, tough girl stance, basically, right? And she eats an ice cream. She's like, "Shut up, Grandpa! Kick whoever as I want." You know. So yeah, like this episode was way more interesting, right? Way more interesting seeing Shisan's real self. You know, before she was this like, "Oh, I'm the perfect girlfriend," and that's one thing that I probably miss a bit. This is actually season 1 was better on that. That Shisan showed, you know, her true face to Kazuya more. Right? In season 1, she was like a tough ass or whatever. Right? She was beating Kawa him basically. In season 2, she's been more like she's lovely to him, right? But I guess because she's falling in love with him, right? But yeah, Shisha was funnier, right? When she was, of course, this perfect girlfriend. But then when she turned off the timer, right? When she turned off the clock, it was a real self. She was like, "Hey, shut up, bro!" Yeah, she's gonna have that personality deep down, right? A little bit in season 1. Not to the extreme, but a little bit, right? And that was funny, right? Season 2, she really dropped that because I guess she fell in love with him. So the author kind of just removed that part of her, right? Which doesn't make much sense, even if she's in love with him, she's used to be kind of a dominant woman, right? Yeah, so it's a little weird, but obviously it's terrible written usually, this anime. But this episode went back to the root shot of Shizen actually being this like tomboy badass deep down, yeah, being this like warrior girl, right? So well, yeah, it feels like a really weird episode. I wanted that way earlier, but really funny, sad and funny, right? And then of course he was trying there, but again, his plan, I don't think it was that crazy. Sure, it is a really dumb plan if it be real, right? But again, I have to say that I do compare it to be like a normal rom-com strategy, and it really isn't that crazy to do like a crowdsourcing campaign, right? So, if a normal person would do it in reality, it would be kind of stupid, right? But for an anime and a rom-com anime, it isn't even like top 10 is stupidity. It's like top 5th something. Yeah, it's pretty far down there. Honestly, I feel I've seen so many more dumber, love campaigns right against the main girl in so many other rom-coms. So honestly, this from Kazuya didn't feel, too extreme. I think he's done much dumber stuff, right, over the years, over the episodes, the 2 episodes, 2 seasons, whatever, 2, 1, 2, whatever. So yeah, I like it. This episode was so good compared to anything else. But at the same time, though, it did have the classic issue. Right? Immediately when Kazuya appears, and they have this like beautiful moments on, right? Before this thing, he's like laying in his bed, thinking about her in the shower, and then he's like hentai. You know what I mean? It's like that. I don't know that I mind ecchi, I don't mind boobs, I don't mind ecchi, right? But come on, it's just so that anime is so weird, you know what I mean? Like it's like this great like backstory, this sad backstory, some comedic backstory, this sad moment here, but they also have to throw in a scene with the main character. It's like, oh yeah, Europa, I have to throw in some weird freaking, like it's just sort of place, right? And then the very last scene, she's like thinking about him in the bathtub, and then we see her like, stupid boy, and we see her with her, oppa is flopping around in the bathtub, and you're like, I mean, sure, I don't mind it, but I do actually mind, I guess, the episode. It reminds me of Fire Force, right? Have you seen Tamaki in Fire Force episode when she fights betrayed or whatever? That episode, I won't spoil it, but basically the famous scene with Tamaki, right? Where she gets betrayed, and she's all like, save me! And she's crying, and then he grabs her oppa, you know what I mean? It's just a bad scene, right? Because it's always kind of annoying with Tamaki, and she's like, me neither! But at least the other me neither scene with Tamaki is usually in like comedic way. Oh, I tripped when we were training, and you dropped my pants or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of comedic. People usually hate that scenes anyway, and I don't think they're very good either, but like, okay, it's common, right? But she did that during this like climatic fight scene. Yeah, I hated that too. Everyone hated it. But basically, it's one of the most hated animes ever, right? Because people were like, really? Now? You're gonna drop that pantsu scene now in the middle of the final fight? You know what I mean? It didn't make any sense, right? It was terrible writing. And I do feel it's the same thing here, right? We have all this sadness, all this characterization, an actual well-written episode for once in a lifetime of anime. And then you still have to throw in 2 scenes with the girl is, oh yeah, you still have to throw in 1 or 2 of those pantsu scenes, yeah, it doesn't fit the storyline. It just doesn't fit at all. It doesn't fit the actual, like, what's happening. But otherwise, it was easily, I mean, even with those scenes, it was easily the best this anime has ever been, by far, and, yeah, what can I say? It really was. It was the best by far. Even with those scenes, it's still like a 10th episode. But it also means those scenes are even more ridiculous. Because they're also kind of like cringy, I feel, the anime. These anime shit's almost cringy, right? Almost every time. And of course now they felt extra cringy. You're like, really? They do this now? It felt extra cringy, right? But still, yeah, it was awesome. But anyway guys, please subscribe. Please episode 1. That's the final episode of Friend and Girlfriend.